Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Okay, so thank you very much, and I will quickly introduce myself. I am Favor Orina Miayo.
There was a time when booking
the
flights...
international admin of SWIFTtrip and also the personal assistant to the CEO. And this morning presentation, I will be taking us on what the business is all about. Like I said, we never get tired of talking about this business. It's because of the passion we have towards this business. That is why we never get tired of talking about this. Imagine coming every day to say the same thing. We never get tired of it. You as an ambassador of SWIFTtrip, you never get tired of hearing the same thing. That is why you're always on the Telegram call. You're always in attendance to the Telegram meeting. I appreciate you. I appreciate every able shareholders of SWIFTtrip in the house today. Those that have the same passion as the CEO. Thank you very much, and we will definitely bounce right to the top. We are coming to redefine how people are seeing things. We are coming to shaping a better future for ourselves. We are coming to change the narrative, the story. Amazing that we are part of those that will be changing the stories in our lineage, in our family. Thank you for all you do for SWIFTtrip. Okay, so quickly, we are looking at the first slide, and we are talking about SWIFTtrip. Yes, the name alone tells us that this business is a sustainable business, is a life-changing business, is a transportation business. It's a forever business. Trip, transportation, and the pictures on the screen as well explains that what SWIFTtrip are into is transportation. And good thing, we are not just into transportation, we are also into other services. As we proceed, you will also see the services that are embedded in SWIFTtrip. We are coming with a new kind of perspective. And happy are we that we are part of those that are building this innovation. This next platform or next level of business, of innovation that will make you and I trillionaires in dollars. That is what we are coming to build. And if you follow me this morning, we'll be looking at what SWIFTtrip is, where we are as a company, and also we will be looking at how our customers are going to benefit, are going to profit from this business just by patronizing us. How they are going to benefit from patronizing us. Now, who are these customers in question? We are talking about those that are not shareholders of this business. Customers that are not shareholder of this business. Do you know that in SWIFTtrip, by the time they patronize us, they will earn from that patronage, irrespective of how many times they patronize us? So long they are patronizing us, they are benefiting, they are earning. Then also, we will be looking at how the first-hand customers, what are the first-hand customers? You and I that are shareholders of SWIFTtrip. We will be looking at how we will benefit from this business, how we will profit from this business. Of course, nobody will want to come into a business without knowing what he or she stands to get from that business. The reason why you're coming into a business is because of the profit that is in it. If there is no profit, if there is no benefit in any business or in a business, you and I won't go into it. That's it. We won't go into the business if there is no profit, estimated profit from it. So, these are the areas we'll be covering in today's presentation. And if you're new, if today is your first time of joining us in our meeting, and maybe through the invite of someone invited you to join us to get a better understanding of what this business is, please stay tuned. And like I said, these are the areas we'll be covering. And if you have questions during the course of the presentation, do well to write those questions down, because at the end of the presentation you'll be given the privilege to ask your question at the end of the presentation. And don't be in a haste to leave. Don't be in a haste to exit the meeting. You want to come into the business that has been shown to you by someone. Stay tuned, stay to the end of the meeting and listen attentively to know if it's something that's really worth your investment, that really worth your time. Okay? And I also want to tell you that in the course of this presentation, most of your questions will be answered. So quickly, we will be diving into the very first one we have here on the slide, which is asking us a question: what is SWIFTtrip? And we are telling you that SWIFTtrip is a Web 3.0 decentralized mobility and commerce service providing business. A Web 3.0 decentralized mobility and commerce service providing business. A Web 3.0 decentralized eco chain enterprise. That is what we have on the screen. They all mean the same thing. Just like how every speaker will come and define SWIFTtrip with different lines of English or different English construction, but all means the same thing. What is Web 3.0? We will start with that. It is the newest era of the internet. And what does that tell you? It simply tells you that this business you are building, which is SWIFTtrip, will be built on the newest version, the newest era of the internet, whereby everything is decentralized. It enables you and I as end users of the app to have access to the app anytime, any day, to own the app, to control the app, to perform transactions seamlessly without any interference, without the need of a middleman, without anybody coming to say, oh, I want to confirm your transaction, or I want to process your transaction. No. What we are building is on a smart contract. On a smart contract. So you have the privilege to be the CEO of that company, of the app, of the business. You are in charge, you are in control. Nobody is controlling anything. No government is controlling anything. You are in control. You can do anything anytime you like. You can perform your transaction anytime you like. You can place your withdrawal anytime you like without anybody's validation. Amazing. Now, we went as far as telling you that this is a mobility business. And what is mobility? It is transportation. It is movement from one place to another. That is mobility. So, like I said, SWIFTtrip is a transportation business. And this mobility we are talking about, we divide this mobility in two parts, of which we have the aviation. And this aviation, will consider it to be the air transportation. The aviation is the air transportation. While the other, which is the road transport, is the e-hailing, that is road transportation. Yes. We have two kinds. We have the air transportation and the road transportation. I believe if you are in this meeting today, neither of these things is strange to us. Yes, it's not strange to us because we know what air transportation is. This is something they taught us at I think primary 1, primary 2. So You don't need any explanation. Road transportation. They taught us air transportation, taught us road transportation, taught us sea transportation. Oh, is that what they call it? Sea transportation. So, me explaining what aviation business, okay, notwithstanding, in the next slide, we'll also show you what the air transportation is. Maybe the aviation, the name aviation, you're not familiar with the name, but then we will show it to you. And by the time you see the picture, you will know, oh, this is what they are talking about. I know it. Now, we are not just dealing with the transportation aspect. We also have some services that we are rendering. SWIFTtrip is a service providing platform. Service providing platform. Now, let's look at the services we are rendering. What are SWIFTtrip core services? Now, look at it. Our core major services are the aviation, the e-taxi or e-hailing, the e-commerce, the logistics, and the hospitality. Now, let's take this one after the other. When we refer to transportation, we are talking about this. Aviation, rather, we are talking about this. SWIFTtrip Airways, powered by SWIFTIFY aviation business. You can see this is the aviation business we are talking about. I believe we now know that this thing has to do with aircraft. Now, in SWIFTtrip, we'll be building our own airport. We will be building our own airport with terminals, with offices. And we are calling on you to come be part of those that will build this. Come be part of those that will build this. This is something that is still at the vision phase. Come and be among those early persons that are seeing the vision and capitalizing on every opportunity SWIFTtrip has to offer now that we are at the vision phase. Come, let us own the aviation business. Are there companies that are into the aviation business? Yes. As you can see on the screen, we have the Air Peace, we have the Value Jet, we have the Emirates, we have the Airwick, a whole lot of them out there. These are companies that are into the aviation business, which I believe you and I will witness, we've seen. We've gone to airports, we've seen aircraft. So it's not new. It's not something that we need to solve any math to make you understand. Aviation business, it's visible out there. Now, when we're talking about the e-hailing, that's the e-taxi, we are then talking about the road transportation, of which every one of us, or majority of us here, we've patronized them in one way or the other. We've patronized the e-taxi business in one way or the other. It's either we've patronized Uber or Bolt or InDrive or Palm Drive or Enviable Transport, or the one you know that I don't know, that is e-taxi business. Yes, we must have patronized them one way or the other. These companies are examples of e-taxi business. That is the road transportation. Now, the next one takes us to the e-commerce. SwiftMart. Examples of e-commerce is the Amazon, the Jumia. This is a platform whereby you, as an owner of this business, or whether you're an owner or not, this platform gives you the privilege to purchase, to procure anything you want to procure online, to buy and sell online, which I believe you and I, we've patronized the e-commerce platform I prefer Jumia. I work with Jumia. Everyone have their own preference. Some people prefer GD, Amazon, name it. So in one way or the other, we've patronized the e-commerce platform. Like I said, this platform enables or gives you the privilege to buy and sell in the online space. Now, I've already shown you examples of companies that are already into the e-commerce business. Now, let's look at the fourth service that we are rendering. This is the logistic service or the logistic business. This is very simple. Let's go back. If you patronize the e-commerce platform, you bought some things. Let's say you bought TV, you bought a refrigerator, you bought AC, you bought many other things. Good and fine, you've patronized this platform. Do you know that there is another challenge that has been set? And what is that challenge? How do you convey those things that you've bought to the destination, to the rightful place? Is it your house? Is it in the church? Is it at your place of work? How do you convey them to that place? That is where this platform will come take care of all of those. This platform will take care of that. With this platform, your goods, your product can be transported, can be moved from one place to another, from where you got them to where they ought to be. That is a work, or that is the use of this platform. Fifth one, which is the hospitality business. And what do we mean by hospitality? We are talking about hotel business. Hotel business. I don't have to ask you if you know hotel. No. It is everywhere today. All parts of the world. Hospitality business. This is a platform whereby you can book for accommodation. You can go rest your head. You are traveling from one place to another, and once you've gotten to that your location, you with one app you can book for accommodation. The same app that took you from where you were to where you want to be. That same app, you have the privilege to book for accommodation, where you can rest your head. Examples of hotel are the ones you know, the ones I know: Transcorp Hilton, Chevron Hotel and Suite, and many more out there. These are examples of hospitality business, and these are the services that SWIFTtrip will be rendering. And good thing, we've already secured a land whereby our 20-story building, that's the hospitality, will be built there. Before, people are saying, build something, let us see. We want to see something, we want to see something. Now it is on ground. It is on ground. And we are calling you to come together and let us build this. Let us build this. That is a promo that is ongoing right now, whereby you as an owner of the business, as a shareholder, you can own more than one unit now. And this privilege lasts from now till the end of July. That's 31st of July. After 31st of July, that opportunity is gone. As an early bird, this is something you should grab. Before now, we used to say one man to one unit. But now, we are giving privilege to you, to everyone, to own more than one unit. Maximum of 10 units. And you are not even getting this 10 units at the actual price of the SWIFTtrip node or SWIFTtrip shares. Remember, the shares in SWIFTtrip is $180. But as a shareholder, and you are coming to own more than one unit, you won't be getting it at the rate of $180, but rather you'll be getting it at a cheaper rate of $150. $30 was removed. How many do you want to get? How many do you want to secure? It is left for you. Let us come together and build this 20-story building, the highest in River State, Port Harcourt. When we do ours, it will be visible. We don't want to build small structures. We don't want to build small structures and say, oh, okay, we've gotten our own hotel. No. The one we do, everybody will know that, yes, we've done something. It will be mind-blowing. By the time they see it, if they are not strong enough, they will begin to fidget. They say, that is why we say, come together. SWIFTtrip will not do or will not promise what it cannot do. We won't promise what we cannot do. The same way we are saying this, that is the same way they will see our airport. And once they see it, we say we'll own our own airport. And when they see it, they will be shocked. Say, how is it possible? Someone was saying that he does not believe that where did we get the 9 plots of land in Port Harcourt? As far as it's concerned, there is no place. We can't get that place. 9 plots in Port Harcourt. And even before now, when myself and the CEO were talking, I would say, we need to get, we are just conversing. We say, we know that we are not going for 1, 2, 3 plots, but where can we get like 10, 15 plots of land in River State here? Do you know what the CEO will always tell me? He will tell me that, don't worry, the Lord has already secured a place for us. There is a place He's keeping for us. And when we get that place, I'm quoting His word now. He said, when we get that place, we will say, where is it that people did not see this place or what? Is it that people did not know that something like this is here? That is what He said. And today we are saying that. How possible is it that this place we've been going through, passing through, we never knew something like this is here, but then we are able to get it. The Lord was just reserving it for us. That is the same way He's reserving our airport land. How many acres? That is the same way He's reserving it for us. All you just have to do is to follow us. Follow us. And together, we will make this thing a reality. And by the time you stand, you sit and talk to people about the story of how you became part of SWIFTtrip, you will be proud of yourself. You will be proud that your foresight paid off. Amazing. Do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share for any reason. Do not miss SWIFTtrip for any reason. Because if you do, we keep saying it, you will regret it. And that regret will be massive. Leave your doubt. Leave your doubt. Follow us. Today you have 1 or 2 things you can see. Do you know there are people that joined us when there was nothing to show for? Nothing. There was no website. There was no office. Nothing. It was just a mobile phone. With that mobile phone, we are calling this. Yes, we have a project we want to build. Okay. If you're seeing it, I don't even just know. We will call 1, 2, 3 persons, shareholders, come. Okay, we have something we want to build. This is how it's works. This is how we want to say, get out. I'm not interested. That was how we were able to get these persons. These 66 shareholders. Do you know the number of persons we must have talked to before we were able to get the 66 shareholders before this note slot came in 2023? It was not easy, but we were consistent in what we were doing. We pushed, because the only limit you get is that you give to yourself. If you do not see any limit, then you can scale through anything. You can scale through anything. The only limit we have are the limits we set for ourselves. You say you can't do this, sir, man, you will never be able to do it. You will never be able to do it. That is the power of the mind. Like we keep saying, it is one of the powerful things that God has given to humanity. The mind. And just very few persons, a handful of persons, knows how to utilize the mind, the power of the mind. Do not set limits to yourself, because if you set limit to yourself, that limit will backfire and it will play out. So let us come together. You can't get this. If you're telling yourself that you can't get $180, Sama, you will never get it. See yourself owning $180. See yourself as an owner of an airport. Then you will know that $180 is nothing. By the time you see yourself in your office, in the aviation office, what is $180? You're already operating in the realm of an owner of an airport. You say, oh, I never chopped since yesterday, I've not eaten this. No. All of those things are limitation, like I said. Move from that phase and then see yourself operating from the realm the CEO is operating. He keeps saying it that as it is, the airport is not ready, but then to him, he's already in his office at the airport. He's operating from that realm. That is the kind of mindset we that are shareholders of SWIFTtrip have to emulate. Let us walk in that mindset, and you will see that the complaints we are complaining today, it's nothing. It's nothing. Let us move further. Now, the next slide is asking us, has SWIFTtrip gone live? Have we launched the business? There's an answer to that. We say no. SWIFTtrip is currently at its development / vision phase, and we are calling for co-owners, we are calling for subscribers, we are calling for shareholders to join us to facilitate, to speed the launch of the business, to speed business development. Are you a teacher? Are you a lecturer? Are you a banker? Whatever profession you are into, Sama, let us come together and build this business, because this business we are building is not a business that will last for 15 years. It's a forever business whereby you as an owner of this business, you are earning every day so long transaction is happening. And look at it, is it a business that will lack patronage? Transportation business, does it seem or look like a business that will lack patronage? No. If the president said the price of fuel today is 4,000 per liter, you and I can only murmur or talk one or two things, but tomorrow you will still see us boarding a vehicle, taking us to wherever we want to go to. That is the power in the transportation business or buying and selling business, which you and I came to this life, we met, and we will live this life. That business will still be in existence. What we are doing, the service we are rendering, we cannot satisfy the customers out there. That is why it does not matter how many transportation business comes to reality today, the need of the people out there cannot be satisfied. I'm at the office today now. It seems as if I don't need transportation. After office, after 6 p.m. today, you will see that need or that that problem will resurface, because I will have to take vehicle to my house. Just like you listening to me today, just like every one of us, even if you have your own vehicle, you will have to buy fuel, and it will take you what? To your destination. It's a problem that we can never solve until we live this life. So let us come together and build it and create a better future tomorrow, that when your children see you, they'll be proud of the kind of parents they have. Today we are complaining of $180. Do you know a time will come, this $180 will be something, will be like change? Yes, a time will come, $180 will be like nothing. Maybe that's the money you're just giving to your children. Take this one for snacks. And they will tell you, mommy, wait, you mean, mommy or daddy, wait, you mean because of this you couldn't secure a better future for me? Don't let them ask you that question. No, do not let them ask you that question. Some years ago, a man was told to come buy shares in Coca-Cola for how much? $10. What is $10 today? Then the $10 might be very massive. The man said, no. You want to scam me. You want to eat my money. You want to eat my $10. Today we spend $10 and it looks as if we spend nothing. That should be around 15,000 or 16. It's not even up to 20,000. The $10 you're talking, it's not up to 20,000 naira. A day you will see people spending more than that. Go to the supermarket today, buy one or two things, $10 is gone. That's the same opportunity that someone had to become an owner of Coca-Cola business. But yeah, they turned it down because of what? He is claiming to be too smart. Not that he does not have the money, but he claimed to be too smart. They don't want to scam him. He kept his $10 today. What has that $10 done for him? That $10 he refused to invest. What has the $10 done for him? He ate that money, of which he cannot give account of what he spent the money on. If we had to call that man now and ask him, sir, that $10, what did you spend that money on? He won't be able to say anything reasonable. He might say, I paid this, I paid that, I paid that. So those things you paid for, where is it today? Because of that, you missed out on a business that would have still been paying you till now as we speak, if he's still alive. So let us come together and build this business. Let us build this business. And tomorrow, our children will be proud of us. Tomorrow, everyone that sees us will respect us. Our decision or whatever we say will be valid. They will say, no, if that man is talking to you, listen to him. Oh, the man has foresight. You will command respect. It does not matter your position in your family. Are you the last child? It does not matter. By the time you speak, they will listen to you. In short, if you are not in the house, if they want to hold family meeting, if you're not in the house, they will have to wait for you, irrespective of your position in your family. Why? Because of what they've seen in you. Because of the decision you made. Do not miss SWIFTtrip. SWIFTtrip is for everybody, and at the same time, it's not for everybody. It is for those that can see what we are showing to them. And if you cannot see it, then you cannot be part of us. We don't force anybody to be part of it. We only show it to you, and once you see it, you run with us, and we are good to go. So are you a student? Are you a teacher? Are you a market man? Market woman? It does not matter. So long you are ready for a better future, so long you are preparing for a better tomorrow, then SWIFTtrip is for you. Let's look at the next slide. How much will it cost you to be a shareholder in all of these services, in this business we're talking about? Now, this is it. We say subscribers subscription plan. Subscribers subscription plan, which we call the node slot. The node slot. And how much does it cost? It costs $180. Wow. Now, let me tell us something. We are not telling you that with $180, which is not even up to 300,000 naira. Okay, we're not telling you that with $180 you can own, you can own only the aviation business, or with $180 you can own only the e-taxi business, or with $180 you can own only the e-commerce business, or with $180 you can own only the logistic business, or with $180 you can own only the hospitality business. No. With $180 you own all of the services we are talking about, all of the services we are rendering. Yes. With $180. Something that is not up to 300,000 naira, you own all of these services. Amazing. And from this $180 you're paying, we have what we call project fee. And how much is the project fee? $100. And the $80 at the top of it is what we call advertisement fee, or campaign pool fund. Campaign sponsorship fund, rather. Campaign sponsorship fund. It means the same to advertisement fee, campaign sponsorship fund. Now, that $80 is what it's used for campaigning. Now that we are still at the vision phase, now that we have not launched the business, $180 is used for campaign, to talk to people about SWIFTtrip. This money we could easily give it to the media houses for them to help us advertise the business. But in SWIFTtrip, now that we have not launched business, we are practicing PYS, that is pay your shareholder. Pay your shareholder. Amazing. Pay your shareholder. Now that we've not launched the business, we are making sure that as many that campaign about SWIFTtrip, they earn. Why go waste the money to media houses when we can pay our shareholders? When we can pay our shareholders. So you cannot say, oh, okay, I see. I want to register. I want to be part of this business because I love this business. But then I don't know how to talk to people, or I don't know how to campaign. I don't want to campaign. I just want to pay $100. Sama, it's not negotiable. Whether you're campaigning or not, what you're paying is $180. And once you pay your $180, you might be asking, how do you earn? Once you pay your $180, the company gives you what we call ownership percentage. That is what you get in return. That is what you get in return. Ownership percentage. And what is your ownership percentage? 0.0 in 5 places, 1 to 5%. Yes. You paid $180. The company gives you what? 0.0 in 5 places, 1 to 5%. And how does it work? It simply means from every patronage, from every transaction that will happen in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, from all of our services, you will be earning according to your ownership percentage as a shareholder of SWIFTtrip. From every transaction. And this money is something you can withdraw anytime, any day. Just like I explained earlier on. So this is not something you should miss out on, okay? We've not launched a business, right? Another question that will come to your mind is, when are we going live? When are we going to launch the business? Now let's look at that. We said the company is selling 5% of our shares. SWIFTtrip, we are selling 5% of our shares. 5% of our shares. And we are saying that this business will launch at the minimum sales of 3% share volume. The business will launch at the minimum sales of 3% shares volume. From this 5% that is available for you and I, we are saying by the time we are able to exhaust, to consume 3% of the shares, we will launch the business. Then how many units do we need to sell to consume this 3%? We will quickly show you there, because if you read this place, if you read the write-up that is beneath here, you will see, thus the launch of SWIFTtrip is embedded in the milestone of 2.4 million subscribers. How did we get that? Let's quickly do the math. Let's do the math. It's a simple one. Remember, we are planning, or we are saying that we will be selling, or rather we'll be launching this business at the sales of 3%. So we need to bring down 3%. Now multiply by your ownership percentage. That thing you own after paying your $180. I explained to us earlier on. I said you paid $180 and the company gave you what? Gives you your ownership percentage, which is 0.0 in 5 places 125%. It is constant. It does not change, irrespective of the price. It is constant. Now you simply do 3 divided by your ownership percent, but do not add the percentage sign. 3 divided by 0.0 in 5 places 125. If you do that, you will get 2,400,000 node units. 2,400,000 node units. So it simply tells you that for us to consume that 3%, we need 2,400,000 node units to be sold. Once we sell 2,400,000 node units, it simply means 3% has been consumed. Before now, we used to say 1 subscriber to 1 unit. But because of this promo that is ongoing in the month of July, that gives shareholders a privilege to own more than 1 unit, to own a maximum of 10 units, to support our 20-story building that is ongoing. We are saying, okay, instead of saying 1 subscriber to 1 unit, it is 2.4 million units that needs to be sold. I believe that is clear. Now let's move further. We say initial business launch before we scale global, before we start launching business in other parts of the world, is in Nigeria and in the United Kingdom. This will be our first 2 countries of launch. We are coming to be part of a global business, sir. We are coming to be part of a global business, man. A business that will pay us for life. Look at, do you know that every nation, every country will launch the business? We are simply employing the entire citizen of that country. SWIFTtrip is coming to restore our pride as Nigerians, as Africans. SWIFTtrip is coming to change the way countries, the way nations look at Nigeria, look at African at large. Because the one that is greater than Elon Musk is here. Just give us few time. Just give us few time. And you will see it manifest. We are not hiding it. You will see it manifest. It will be so glaring for everyone to see. And we will square our shoulders as Africans that we are and say, yes, we did it. We did it. Come, let's be part of a global business. We'll be launching in Nigeria and the United Kingdom, and get our certificate of incorporation. We have the CAC, we have the EFCC certificate, and we also have the United Kingdom certificate. Now this tells you that we are registered in the United Kingdom, and you can see our other certificates that we've gotten from the government. Okay, so you can also go do your findings. Do your findings. Sometimes ago they were saying, this business cannot be launched in the United Kingdom. Today, that's in the past. The next thing they will say now is, oh, we cannot operate in the United Kingdom. And you know what? It will also be in the past, because soonest let me reserve my comments. I won't say it. Okay, so that is that. And all I just want to tell you is, do not miss SWIFTtrip. Do not miss SWIFTtrip. Because it is something that will change your life. SWIFTtrip will help you select your friends, because there's a level you will get to. Even those persons that are calling you, my friend, they will be scared of coming close to you. Yeah, they will. Because then level has changed. You're interacting with people that matters. Like, you're interacting with top men and women in the world. If they can't level up, they won't be your friend in the nearest future. They won't be your friends in the nearest future. Then tomorrow you start telling, help me meet this person, help me meet so and so person. We used to be friends, we used to play football when we were young, we used to do the same business when we were young. Where were you when he was making that decision to be part of SWIFTtrip? You doubted him. He saw what you couldn't see, and he shared it to you, she shared it to you, but you couldn't see it because that person is being myopic. That person is being myopic. Let us build something. This is not a business you should miss out on. We are sounding it now. This is a business whereby so many people say, if I had known, just like how we have you and I, one or two persons, so many persons out there saying, if they knew when Uber were selling their shares, they would have been part of Uber. If they knew when Coca-Cola was selling their shares, they would have been part of Coca-Cola, and many other companies like that. That is the same way so many persons will say, if they knew when SWIFTtrip was selling its shares, they would have been part of it. So here you are, listening to us. Here you are, listening to different speakers, trying to orient you on what this business is all about, and then you are still deciding not to be part of it. And if it happens tomorrow, you will want to blame who? Sir, ma, it's your decision. Quickly, I want to look at what made SWIFTtrip stand out from other companies. I want to look at what made SWIFTtrip stand out. Yes, you might be asking, what is that thing that makes us unique? What is that thing that will make Mr. A want to patronize us and not patronize the other company that is rendering the same service as we? Is it comfort? Let's look at it. Now, we are simply introducing what we call the PYC. If you are new in this Telegram call today, I can tell you that this is your first time of hearing the PYC. This is the first time of you hearing the PYC, because what you have known before now is the KYC. What does it stand for? Know your customers. True or false? Very true. Now, SWIFTtrip is introducing the Pay Your Customer. That's the PYC. First of its kind, will a passenger book a ride or patronize a company, and from that patronage, they earn from that patronage. What they are earning is not bonus. What they are earning is what? Real money that can be withdrawn to buy whatever they want to buy, to purchase whatever they want to purchase, to solve their daily needs. PYC. We've come to understand that the customers are very, very important. Without the customers, you and I are not in any business. They are the one giving us the money. They are the one enriching us. They are the one making us make profit from this business. So the same way your workers are important, that is the same way the customers are important. If nobody is patronizing you, Sama, please, where are you going to get the money to pay your workers? Where are you going to get the money to stock your goods or your shop? If nobody is patronizing you, you will find out that you're beginning to touch your capital. You're beginning to touch your capital. And before you know, your business will run down. Your business will run down. and you close. That is why the customers are very important. We are saying knowing these customers is not enough. This is the era where these customers ought to be on payroll for life, so long they are patronizing us. They earn from every of that patronage. So quickly, we want to look at how this PYC is going to work. And there's a diagram I'll be showing to us shortly. As you can see on the screen, this explains, or this will explain to you how this PYC will work out. And what are we looking at here? We are looking at SWIFTtrip eTaxi evaluation, or SWIFTtrip eTaxi dynamic proposed profit share. How are we going to share our profit if a transaction, if a customer patronizes the company? First of all, let us know that trips will be very flexible. The price of trip will vary. It will differ based on the kilometer covered, the distance. So all trips will not cost the same. All trips will not cost the same. But in this, we want to just use 8,000 naira. Let us assume that is what the passenger paid. Remember, in this, we want to look at how this money that the passenger paid will be shared to everyone. How will the PYC work? How will myself as a shareholder earn from that transaction? How will you earn? How will the company earn? How will the referrals of both the passenger and the driver earn? That is what we want to quickly look at now. Now, we'll say quickly, whatever amount a passenger is paying, we the company, we are considering it to be 100%. So it simply means this 8,000 naira this person is paying, that the passenger, which is the profit generator, is paying, the company is considering it as 100%. Right? Now, let's look at how this 100% will be shared. You can see the green arrow, which shows us that's the money that was paid, either by cash or transfer. Okay? Now, 2% goes back to the profit generator. And who is the profit generator? It is the passenger, the person who paid that 8,000 naira, the cost of the trip. Okay? 2% goes back. And please, this 2% that goes back to the passenger, it is the PYC you're talking about. It is not bonus. No. It is the PYC that we are talking about. The pay your customer. This money can be withdrawn to buy or to service any need of the profit generator. 2% goes to generator. Now, 10%, as you can see that box at the middle, that is the company, SWIFTtrip platform provider. That is the company. 10% goes to the company. And what is that 10% used for? It's used for expansion of the business all over the world. For the launch of business in Cameroon, in China, in Italy, in India, name it, all parts of all continents of the world. 10% goes to the company. Because we won't need to call you to say, "Sir, ma, as a shareholder of SWIFTtrip, bring your money, let us launch business in Australia. Let us launch business in China." No. I won't be doing that. This 10% will help us launch business all over the world. Now, that is 10% plus 2% that goes to the passenger. It's a total of 12%. Now, 5% is shared to you and I as shareholders. Remember, from this 5%, I own 0.0 in 5 places, 1 to 5%. You own 0.0 in 5 places, 1 to 5%. Every one of us owns 0.0 in 5 places, 1 to 5% as node holders. Okay? Now, all shareholders will earn from this 5% according to their ownership percentage. Now, 5% plus 12%, that is 17%. Now, let's look at this one now. The driver gets 80% of that money that was paid. And why is he getting 80%? It is because he is doing this with his effort. For him to earn this 80%, he needs to be the one to perform the transaction. He needs to be the one, rather, to render that service. Don't say that this man is earning more than you. No. This man, if he is not a shareholder, is earning this from his effort. If this man falls sick, he won't earn this. He won't earn this. If his car breaks down, he won't earn this. So, while you as a shareholder, you are simply earning from every transaction that happen in Nigeria, in China, in Cameroon, in Italy, in Dubai, name it, all part of the world, without your effort. That is the system we are talking about. That is the power of system that we are talking about. On a system that pays you for life. 80% goes to this driver for the maintenance of his car, for buying of fuel or gas as the case may be, and many more things. Okay, now 80% plus 17%, it is a total of 97%. Now let's look at this. We have what we call customer passengers referral and customer driver referral. The first, second, third, fourth, and fourth generation of the passenger ends. Same thing goes to the first, second, third, and fourth referral of the driver. Now the first generation of the passenger ends what? Ends 1%, while the second generation ends 0.3%, the third and fourth generation ends 0.1% respectively. The same thing goes to the the customers drivers referral. 1% to the first generation, 0.3% to the second generation, 0.1% to the third generation, and 0.1% to the fourth generation. Add it up is a total of 1.5% each. 1.5% plus 1.5% is a total of 3%. 3% plus 97%, that is 100%. You can see how this 100% that is showing on the screen is being distributed to everyone. Okay, so that is that, and that's how all transaction will be shared. Mind you, the same thing applies to the same PYC applies to all of our services: the aviation, the e-commerce, the logistics, and the hospitality business. Okay, so that is that, and many more services that will be coming in the future. Let's look at the next slide. I want to quickly look at who is the brain behind SWIFTtrip. Now quickly, he is no other person than Honorable Richard Nnadi. He is the CEO and the founder of SWIFTtrip, a very passionate and focused man. We are so much happy, every day we keep saying it, we are so much happy to have him as the CEO of this business. Out of how many billion people in the world today, the Lord chose him and he accepted to be the carrier of this vision. And we pray that every wisdom needed to bring this to reality, to actualization, be bestowed upon him. In the name of Jesus, amen. Thank you very much, sir. And we, the able shareholders of SWIFTtrip, ambassadors of SWIFTtrip, will love you so much. And thank you for all you do for us, sir. Thank you for wanting to change our financial blueprint through this vision. Thank you for wanting to make us a better us through this vision. Thank you very much, sir, and we can't love you less. All right. That being said, we want to quickly look at how you profit as a shareholder in this business. This is the part where most of us that are new have been waiting for. How do I earn as a shareholder of this business? If I come into $180, how do I profit? How do I earn? Now let's quickly look at this. It's very simple. Now we are showing you on the screen how you earn in the future. And why are we saying this in the future? Because we haven't launched business. Because we haven't launched business. We are still at the vision phase. And when are we launching the business? In the future. So let us show you how you will earn in the future once this business is launched. And to this, we want to look at per trip profit evaluation. What does that mean? It simply means if a trip happened in Nigeria or a trip happened in the United States, as a shareholder of this business, how much will be your profit if those trips that happen cost a certain amount? That is what we want to look at. And the amount we are looking at this morning is 8,000 naira or $10. We are saying the trip that happened in Nigeria cost 8,000 naira and the trip that happened in the United States cost $10. Now you want to know how much you will benefit from a trip that costs 8,000 naira in Nigeria. And how do you do that? You simply do the cost of the trip, which is 8,000, multiplied by your ownership percentage, which is 0.0 in 5 places 125%. Don't forget to add a percentage sign, okay? If you do that, what is it going to give you? 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo. Someone will say, I don't understand. Yes, it's very clear. For one trip that happened that cost 8,000 naira, as a shareholder, as a note holder of SWIFTtrip, what you will get is 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo. Then, if a trip happened in the United States and it costs $10, and you want to know how much you will earn, it's very simple. The same calculation. $10 multiplied by your ownership percent, which is 0.0 in 5 places 125%. What is going to give you? 0.0 in 6 places 125 cents. That is what you will get. And it's not small. It's not small. Because what we are doing is not something that lacks patronage. It's not a business that lacks patronage. It's a business that will happen in volume. Imagine transaction happening in Nigeria, in China, in Cameroon, in India, in Italy, in France, every part of the world. That is why we want to show you how this cent, how this kobo can become millions, billions, and trillions of dollars. How is it going to work? How is this going to make me a trillionaire in dollars? Let's quickly move to where we could be in 5 years from now. 5 years from now, where we could be. How much would we have made from this business? How much would our profit have been from this business? If this business has been in operation for 5 years. If this business has been in operation for 5 years, how much would our profit have yielded to? Now, we want to help us still. We are saying that 5 years from now, if business did not go as planned, we are looking at performing 50 trillion trips in 5 years. 50 trillion trips in 5 years. For a worst case scenario. And what's the best case scenario we are talking about for this? We are looking at 3 years to perform 50 trillion trips. Now, let's work with the 5 years, which is the worst case scenario. Since we are looking at 50 trillion trips performed in the space of 5 years, now what does that mean? We are saying that all the trips that happen, if we sum all the trips that happen in Nigeria, Italy, China, all over the world, we are getting 50 trillion trips, which is very poor. Very, very poor. Now, that's that. And we are also saying that these 50 trillion trips that happened all over the world cost 8,000 naira or $10. Just like we calculated for per trip analysis, 8,000 naira and $10, which gave us 0.0 in 6 places 125 cents or 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo. That's the same thing you're doing. Now let's look at it. We simply multiply 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo, multiply it by 50 trillion trips. And if you do that, what we will get is 5 billion naira. 5 billion naira. And we'll do that of the dollar, which is 0.0 in 6 cents. 0.0 in 6 places 125 cents. Multiply by 50 trillion trips. What we will get is $6.25 million. $6.25 million. This was the same people we showed 0.0 in 3 places 1 kobo or 0.0 in 6 places 125 cents. They said it's too small. Now you can see that it's not small because the power of volume is working. The power of owning a system is in place. A system that pays you for life. A system that pays you consistently. repeatedly, effortlessly, and efficiently, with you doing little or nothing. And do you know that this analysis I just showed to you, this profit I just showed to you, it's just from one of the services we are rendering, which is the e-taxi. Just the e-taxi is already yielding for us $5 billion or $6.5 million. We've not calculated for aviation, neither did we calculate for logistic, e-commerce, or hospitality. Only one of the services for a worst case scenario is giving us this profit. Yet you want to see this and say you don't want to be part of it. I don't know what to say. Just like we keep saying, the best we can do is to show it to you. If you can see it, good and fine. If you cannot see it, perfect. We don't force anybody to be part of what we are doing. You just have to see. That's why even this loan program we are talking about, this support, this program we are talking about, for you to be part of it, you need to be a shareholder. You need to be what? A shareholder. Identify with the business. We are not so much interested in the money. We want you to join the business before you can loan us the money we are talking about for the building of the 20-story building. Let us come together and build this. Let us come together and earn more than what we are seeing on the screen. The choice is yours. The choice is yours to make. I'm already part of it. The question is, are you part of it? Are you part of a transgenerational business, of a life-changing business, of a business that will redefine your person? Don't even let anybody talk you out of this. Don't let anyone discourage you from it. Do not let anyone discourage you from it. Let us come together and build this. You can see your profit growth in the space of 5 years, $5 billion or $6.25 million. SWIFTtrip will make you a trillionaire in dollars. If one of the service you're rendering is already making someone a millionaire in dollars, a billionaire in naira, how much more? All the services put together. You just can't imagine what you will become. We've shown you how you earn in the future. I want to quickly show you how you earn in the now that we've not launched the business. And how do we go about that? We have a write-up on the screen that says we have a corporate global challenge. The speed to our success depends on the speed at which we collectively solve our global challenge. Our global challenge. We have a global challenge. And what is the challenge? I said the challenge earlier on. Okay. Now, this slide will also help us with what the challenge is. 2.4 million units to be sold is the challenge. 2.4 million units to be sold is the challenge. Where do we get 2.4 million units from? Let's look at the next slide. We also said that as a shareholder, every time you solve a unit of this challenge, you get paid. Every time you solve a unit of this 2.4 million, you get paid. And how do you solve the challenge? Let's look at it. It's simple. It's a simple instruction. We said, or advice. Is it an advice? Instruction. We said, become an active campaigner. Sell units of SWIFTtrip shares and earn big from SWIFTtrip campaign pool fund. Become an active campaigner. Sell unit of SWIFTtrip shares and earn big from SWIFTtrip campaign pool fund. And what's the pool fund available for you and I? This is the pool fund, $191,200,000. That is what is available for you and I to earn from now that we've not launched the business. Now that we are still at the campaign stage. Now that we are still at the vision or development phase. And how did we get to $191,200,000? We simply did $80 multiplied by the units yet to be sold in SWIFTtrip, and it gave us that. And also note that by the time we increase, the price increased from $180 to $250. By the time we are done with the completion of the 20-story building, this pool fund will also increase drastically. The leap will be massive. So how much are you willing to get from here? Let's look at it. This part also explains to us how it's done. We say SWIFTtrip campaign pays. How you earn as a campaigner from SWIFTtrip campaign sponsorship pool fund. I said earlier on that even now that we've not launched the business, we are practicing the PYS, paying our shareholders. Paying our shareholders at the vision phase. Sell a unit of SWIFTtrip. Sell a unit of SWIFTtrip. Help someone to see the light in SWIFTtrip. Help someone to see what you saw in the business that made you become part of it. And the company pays you. Advert bonus, campaign fee for direct earning. Direct earning, you earn what? $50 campaign fee. Yes, $50. If I tell someone about it, if I help someone to see the light in SWIFTtrip, and the person registers, the company appreciates me with advertisement fee of $50. It simply means from every person I tell directly, I get what? $50 advertisement fee. And if those people I told tells another person, they themselves will earn $50, while I will earn $15 as the second generation. Then if those people tells another person, they themselves will earn $50, the other person will earn $15, while myself I will earn $10. Why? Because that's my third generation. Then from my fourth generation I'll be earning $5. That is how it has been shared. Now if we sum all of this together, let's see what we get. $50 plus $15, that is $65, plus $10, $75, plus $5, that is $80. You see, that's the $80 we're talking about. See how the $80 has been shared? The $80 that is in that $100 that is making it a total of $180. That's how the $80 is being shared. Remember I told you the $100 is the campaign fee. Okay? And that's not all. We also have what we call extra campaign cash award, SWIFTtrip Runners Award. That is, if you go ahead and you tell 50 persons, you help 50 persons, and this is the light, and these 50 persons register in SWIFTtrip, not at once. So you're not saying they will have to register at once before you're liable to this cash award, extra cash award. No. You can tell maybe they just register one person register 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and all together we check it and it's up to 50. The company will give you a token of $50 and you are considered as SWIFTtrip runner. Okay, then you go ahead and you talk to more persons. You're able to talk to 500 persons directly under you. The company appreciates you with $1,000 and you're considered an icon of SWIFTtrip. That's SWIFTtrip icon. And you forge ahead, you talk to more persons, and you are able to introduce or help 5,000 persons. You're considered the face of SWIFTtrip, and the company appreciates you with $10,000. Okay, so that is that, and we are advising you, do not miss SWIFTtrip profit share offer for any reason. And you want to make your payment, you want to subscribe, very simple. All you need to do is to make your payment of $180 to the company's account, which is SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD FCMB, and the account number is 200460738. And if you want to pay with USDT, all you just have to do is to visit the company's website, which is www.seedinvest.swifttripcampaign.com. There you will see the wallet address and you can copy it and make your payment. Please don't write it down, copy it. Okay, and also we are begging you, if you want to make your payment to the company's account, make sure you're making your payment to the company's account and not to an individual account. And let's say you want to know how much this $180 is as at the time you want to make your payments. Let's quickly look at it. Let's look at the slide. let's go to the website now. In case you want to make your payments, any day you want to make your payment, please do well to always go to the website to know how much you're to pay, okay? Because it changes. So I'm going to the website now. That's it. So this is a website, www.seed. You can see it here, www.seedinvest.SWIFTtripCampaign.com. And this is the disclaimer. SWIFTIFY Technologies LTD operates as a digital transport technology startup company. Okay, so just read through this and you will get just read the disclaimer before you close it. Okay, so you will also understand more of the company. And like I say, it is a website, and you see this place now. I want to quickly zoom in so we can see it. What's happening? Just a minute. Okay, I believe we can see it now. All right, so this is the node bot and available node. Okay, available node. So you can see here we have what's called USD inflow. So whatever that is in the USD inflow, that's what you will simply multiply by 180. So whatever it gives you, that's what you will pay to the company's account. Remember, you're using the USD inflow for payment into the company's account, while the USD outflow is what the company use in paying you once you want to place your withdrawal for advert. Okay, once you want to withdraw your advertisement fee, outflow is what the company use in paying you. Then inflow is what you're using to pay to the company. Then you can also copy the account number from here by clicking on this box. You can see the box is saying copy, so click on it, then it's copied. Look at it here, the account number is copied. Okay, then if you want to pay via USDT, that's TRC20, click on this box, then you copy the wallet address. You want to pay via BEP20, click on this box, then it's copied. If you want to pay via BTC, click on this box, then it's copied. Okay, so that is that. And always go to the website whenever you want to make your payment. So this is available for everybody. It's not for you to call admin to say, okay, admin, hub admin, or international admin, how much is the price today? Go to the website, the price is available for you. Even the people you're calling to confirm how much is the price, they are going to the website to look for it. Don't be lazy. Okay, go to the website, that your data, that 0 point something MB, go and burn it. Go to the website and check what the price is as at the day you want to make your payment. Okay, so and let's see this. Okay, so you can also read this. This is the our project that is ongoing, the 20-story building, the 20-story hospitality project, Swift Homes loan program. Okay, gets 30 to 50% ROI in 3 months. 10.9 billion project land secured. Okay, so minimum investment is 1 million as a shareholder. Okay, remember I said this is only available for shareholders. If someone says he or she wants to give the company 2 billion naira and is not a shareholder, please register first before you can give the 2 billion naira. Okay, so minimum investment